Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to my channel again. So in this particular video we are going to discuss on the select drop down. Actually we will be having two parts for the drop down, how we can handle this particular first part. We are going to discuss how we can handle a drop down in which we can select single option, and in the next part we will be talking on handle a drop down in which we can select multiple options. So I am having a URL for you already ready here. So if I navigate to this URL, you can see there is a products drop down which is having an option Bing, Google, iPhone, and Yahoo. Similarly, there is another drop down option which is having cat, baby cat, and this avatar. So there are two drop downs. At a single time, I can select only one option as a from this drop down. Correct. Now, if you see on this bottom multi-value drop down, in this is a kind of a drop down in which you can select multiple option. Like I can select this by pressing Control or Shift on my keyboard. I can do like this, right? I can deselect by doing this. So now as part of this first part, I'm going to cover how you can select Google or iPhone or Yahoo from this drop down. So we are having this URL, copied the URL, and let's get back to our workspace. Now you are already aware of these two statements. Whenever we create an automation test script, we have to declare the property and declare the web driver. So this is my variable driver, and now driver dot get this method to navigate to this URL. Okay. Now, right now, once this statement 8 is executed, I will be on this page. Right now, I have to do some stuff on this drop down. I have to select, let's say, by default, Bing is already selected. Now I want to select Google from here. Okay. So, and then from Google, I want to select iPhone. And then once iPhone is selected, maybe I can select Bing once again. And I will, in this part one, I will cover the three methods. One first one is by visible text, of second one by value, and the third one is by the index. So let's inspect. And firstly, for select using these method for and on the select class of the Selenium, we have to make sure the drop down in which you are interested to select the option should have a select tag. If that's not a case, that means you cannot use the select class of Selenium to select any of the option from this given drop down. So first I have make sure that yeah, it is a select drop down, right? So I can prepare the XPath for this, right? I'm having the ID first, so I will just have a /select and @ID equals to first. Okay, in a single quote, this paste, and this is only one that is coming over here. I'm having the XPath of my element, that is the element. Okay, now let's get back to this. Now to deal with the select class of the Selenium, so what you have to do is you have to create a object for objects. And in Java, you know how we can create a object. First we have to select the class name, and the object name I'm giving as drop down equals to using the new operator and the select. Okay, before that, yeah, we have to import this class, and this class we can import it from the support.ui, selenium.support.ui. I'll double click and click import statement for that. Now here is the constructor for the select class, which is accepting of acceptant. Now web element, the web element was located by here. This is the XPath of the web element that uh, is a select drop down, right? So we have to provide his here the web element, and the web element would be driver dot find element by dot xpath, and here would be my xpath. Let me just copy the complete xpath from all over here to here, and now this is an web element, because you know the find element method, what returns is it returns a web element, right? And that's what my constructor needs, and I provided over here. Now I have the object. Now using this object of the select class, I can perform some actions. So drop down object dot, now you can see these all are the methods of the select class that are available. So what I am interested is I want to select what, by default it is Bing. I want to select from here Google. Okay, now you can see what is the visible text over here. The drop down option is having a visible text of Google, and I want to select Google. So what I can do, drop down dot select by visible text, as simple as that. And what text you have to select, I want to select Google. So when this particular statement, line number 12 is going to execute, it will select Google from the drop down. And let me first put some sleep over here, thread dot sleep of, let's say, 3 seconds. Okay, though it is giving an error that it throws interrupted exception that we have to handle. Even we can, you can in a try catch block can add a throws declaration on the top of the method here, like I did. Okay, now after the Google is selected, then what I have to do is I will again select Bing now, but when I will be selecting Bing, I will be using a different method. So drop down dot select by index. There is another method, select by index. Now at what index this Bing is located here, right? The Bing is at the 0 index. This is in the first, this is in the second, and so on third. Okay, so I want to select by index that is having an index of 0. That would like it will select me, the Bing option here. And again I will be putting some delay so that we can observe each and every action being performed correctly. And after this, what I am interested is to select iPhone. Just like we selected Google by visible text, I can select iPhone as well by visible text and passing iPhone as a parameter in my select by visible text method. But what I am going to do is, now I'm going to use another method for this so that we can cover all the methods here itself. So select by value. This is of the other method that you can use to select any option from the drop down. So select by accepts a string, the value string over here that you can get from the select drop down. The first option was Bing, second was Google, and third was iPhone, which iPhone. The visible text. Now you can see here the value of iPhone is Apple. To select this, so you can directly put Apple over here, and this will select your iPhone option over here as part of this single option to select from the drop down. Now I will run this file and as a Java command, and you can see how the application is behaving right now. So run as Java application. It launched the URL. By default, Bing was selected. It selected Google, waited for 3 seconds, and by index it selected Bing. And then by value we provided as Apple, and Apple has a Apple value is tagged with iPhone, and it selected the iPhone. So this is how we use the select drop down of Selenium. It's just a matter of you have to just declare the object for the select class, and using that object you can easily use any of the given method as per your requirement and use it. So as part of this video, I think I have covered the how we can select a single option from a drop down. As part of next video, I will be I will be showing how you can select this multiple options from a multi-select drop down. I hope the first part is clear. If you have any comments, please let me know in the comment section so I can provide you more details onto it. And it would be really nice if you could subscribe to my channel and like the video. Thank you very much. Bye. Have a great day.